One thing that the devil convinced God of, the devil convinced God to let the devil stand right next to God while God's doing his business. Basically, the devil manipulated God to say, hey, let me go ahead and stand side by side with you so I can go ahead and watch what you're doing. And when you are giving positive energy to people, I can go ahead and test your people by sending negative energy to them, to gaslight them, to confuse them, to manipulate them, to lie to them, to throw them off, to really just stir up confusion in their energy to see if they're going to blame you or if they're going to blame me. The devil was working side by side with God, torturing people, and God allowed it because God allowed the devil to manipulate him. Because God created evil, but put all the evil inside of the devil for the devil to carry all that evil, but still allows the devil to do his business. So basically, a lot of evil happens in the world because God allows it. This is something that I'm just at a revelation about. And it makes you question, why does God allow that to happen? The question is, I don't even know. I don't even have the answer to that question as of why does God allow this to happen? Really, it's because God allowed the devil to manipulate him. God was actually thinking that it was a wise idea to continue testing his people when God doesn't need to test his people like that. Because a lot of the tests that people go through are unnecessary, unprovoked, and uncalled for. It's like the people that get tested the most are the chosen ones. But what's the point of constantly testing us when we are for God's kingdom? We are on God's side. We are on the righteous side, the divine side. We don't need to constantly be tested by the enemy to see what side we're going to choose. And the thing is, the reason why that happens is because the devil wants for the chosen ones, the powerful beings, to be on his side for the kingdom of darkness, when that's not going to happen because the chosen ones are for the kingdom of light, the kingdom of heaven. One tactic the devil tried to do was convince God that he wasn't as evil as he he is. The devil wanted to convince God that the devil is not that evil, but the devil is manipulative. The devil was created in evil. The devil was made in evil. The devil is made up of evil. All of the evil is in the devil. So the devil wants to manipulate people, torture people. But let me go ahead and manipulate God and convince you that working side by side with you is actually going to be a good idea, until God wakes up and realizes that's not the case. Once you realize that there is more than one God out there, more than one God, spiritual beings know this. If you're spiritually tapped in, you know this. There are different levels, different rankings of gods out. Different rankings of gods out there. Different gods that are over the planet, over the galaxy. And once you tap in, you start tapping and you start raising your vibration. You start tapping into the higher gods above the other gods. So one of the lower gods is working side by side with the devil. But once you tap in higher and you surpass that God, you're no longer going to be dealing with the devil anymore. Because the devil was only able to exist on a certain vibration. And once you get to a certain vibration of the higher gods, it's a higher vibration where the devil can't exist, then you're fine. It's about tapping in deeper, tapping in more spiritually, raising your vibration, going in deeper. The deeper you go, as above, so below, the deeper you go within, the higher you go above. That's how spirituality works. Religion is telling you there is only one God. There is not only one God, there's multiple. And multiple gods are running multiple people, multiple things, running people. There are gods for the Christians, there are gods for the Buddhists, there are gods for the Islam, there are gods for the Catholics, there are gods for the spiritual, gods for every religion, gods for every spirituality, gods for different people. Now, narcissists operate with the devil. They're thinking they're talking to God, but they're actually operating with the devil. But the devil has all this power that the devil gives narcissists more power to do the dirty work, to try to harm and hurt other people. One thing about spirituality is you got to allow your mind to expand. You got to think outside the box and think that a lot of stuff we have been told has been a lie. And we have to be open and receptive to seeing new things about who God is and what God is and what really is happening up there. But yeah, once you tap in higher to the higher gods, you will no longer be in alignment with the devil.